Before this story begins, subscribe, and make sure you're not watching alone. It was 3:42 a.m. when the cameras caught something I can't explain. At first, I thought it was a glitch, just a shadow flitting across the warehouse floor. But then it turned, and those eyes didn't belong to any human I had ever seen. Story 1: The Last Safe Zone. The world had ended quietly. Cities were empty, silent except for the distant moans that echoed like the wind. I was in Sector 12, a barricaded compound on the outskirts of the city. Supplies were low, trust was lower. At first, it was the subtle things. A whisper from the vent when no one was near, footsteps in the hall at night, objects slightly moved. I convinced myself it was paranoia. But one night, the generator room door rattled violently. A shadow pressed against the metal, and I heard breathing that wasn't human. I tried to signal the others, but the radio was dead. I climbed to the watchtower. The streets were crawling, not just the usual wandering dead, but fast, intelligent ones. They avoided the light, slipping between shadows like predators. Then came the screams, the kind that make your stomach flip and your blood run cold. One by one, my neighbors were dragged into the darkness. I stayed frozen, hiding behind the rusted railing. And when I finally turned to run, the shadow I'd seen in the warehouse months ago was there, waiting. Twist ending. I escaped that night, but every time I hear static on an old radio, I hear whispers in my own voice calling me back to the compound. Story 2: The Broadcast. We thought the zombie outbreak had ended months ago. Safe zones, government broadcasts, rescue missions. It was all carefully curated hope until the transmission started. I was alone, scavenging an abandoned news station. Screens flickered on, showing footage I had never recorded. My own apartment, my own movements, moments I couldn't remember. And then, live footage of me sleeping as though someone or something had been watching me all along. The feed cut, replaced by a map. Red dots moved across the city. They weren't random. They followed my every step. Panic rose as I realized. The infected weren't roaming blindly. They were tracking survivors like prey. I tried to escape, but every street I ran down led me back to the station. I barricaded myself inside, hearing the shattering of glass and guttural growls outside. And then the last broadcast began. A voice, mine but distorted. You can't hide. None of you can. Twist ending. The feed went black and a shadow passed the camera. I could hear my own voice whisper, "It's already inside." Story 3: Night Shift. Hospital night shifts were supposed to be quiet. Only the hum of fluorescent lights and the occasional groan of the old building. I was alone, charting supplies when the first patient arrived. Alone, intubated, no ID, no record. At first it seemed routine. Then the monitors went haywire. Heart rate spiked, then dropped to 0, only to rise again. I checked the patient, empty. A cold breeze brushed past me. The lights flickered, and from the hallway a slow shuffle echoed. I followed it, every instinct screaming. Rooms were empty, doors ajar, drawers open. Then I found the morgue. Bodies moved, eyes opened. Not fully, not clearly human, but enough to make my stomach twist. I ran. Hallways twisted unnaturally, familiar corners looking alien in the dim light. The exit was gone. The hospital had become a labyrinth. Twist ending. I finally woke outside under the morning sun, only to realize my ID badge was inside the morgue. And a note in my own handwriting, "Don't come back."